Okay students, so today we will learn Roman numerals. The Roman numerals were a system used by the Romans. Just as we use Hindu-Arabic system nowadays, they used to use Roman numeral system. Okay, in that they have 7 letters which represent 7 symbols. Okay, I stands for 1, V stands for 5, X stands for 10, L stands for 50, C stands for 100, D for 500 and M for 1000. Okay, you need to remember this properly in order to do Roman numeral system. I, V, X, L, C, D, M. I, V, X, L, C, D, M. 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, 1000. 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, 1000. You can always write this and keep it with you. Okay. Now, where do you see Roman numerals? Why we are studying it right now? Do you see clocks? In clocks they use Roman numerals, and also in Olympic games they use Roman numerals, and to represent your class, 4th, 6th, 10th, you must have seen Roman numerals written there also. Okay, so that is why we are studying Roman numerals, as it is in use nowadays also. Okay, now there is no letter, that means there is no symbol for 0 in Roman numerals. Okay, if I want to write 0, I cannot write it in Roman numerals. Then I, X, C and M can be repeated maximum up to 3 times only. That means if I have to write I 3 times, then it is okay. But the moment I write it 4th time, it becomes wrong. To write 4, I cannot write it 4 times. To write 40, I cannot write X 4 times. Okay, to write 400, I cannot write C 4 times. You can repeat maximum up to 3 times only. Okay, now the digits V, L and D are not repeated. The digits 5, 50, 500, they cannot be repeated. You cannot write 2 times 5, you cannot write 2 times L, you cannot write 2 times D. If I want to write 10, I cannot write V and V, that becomes wrong. Okay, if I cannot write 2 times L to write 100, that becomes wrong. Okay, X is right for 10. See, 2 times V we cannot do, so X is written for 10. Correct? Now to write 2, you cannot write 2 times L. Instead you can write 1 time C, that becomes 100. Correct? Also, you cannot place V, L and D to the left of a number. Now if I am writing this is 10. Okay, X is 10. So 10 minus 5. 5. That becomes wrong, because you cannot place V, L and D to the left of any number. If I want to write this, see this one, M is how much? 1000 and D is how much? 500. I cannot write D to the left. This represents 500? No, it does not, because we cannot write it to the left. Okay? Now next one. When a smaller number is written before a bigger one, it gets subtracted. Now see this one, this is 5, and if I am writing a smaller number ahead, suppose I am writing 1 here. Okay? So it will get subtracted. 5 minus 1 is how much? 4. So this is 4. Understood? Now similarly see here, this is X, 10. Now write a smaller number before 1. Okay? So 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is how much? 9. Did you get it? When you write a smaller number before a bigger number, you will always subtract it. Now see here. What is this I? This is 1. What is this L? This is 50, right? So how much will this be? 50 minus 1? This will be 49, correct? And see this one, this is 100. 100 minus 10. Okay? 100 minus 10. This will be 90. Did you all understand? Similarly, if I write a number to the right side, see if I am writing to the right side, it gets added. Now this is 5 and this is 1. I am just going to add it. 5 plus 1 equals to 6. Similarly here it is 10. Now I add I over here, then it gets 10 plus 1, which is 11. Similarly here you can see this is 10, this is 1, 1 and 1. So 10 plus 3, that means 10 plus 3 is how much? 30. Clear? If I write x and v, how much is this? 10 and then 5. 10 plus 5, 15. Okay? Now, the next rule is, when a digit of lower value is written between two digits of greater value, it gets subtracted from the digit on the right. Now see, here we have a 10, which is a greater number, and 5 is also a greater number. In between this, I have kept 1, which is a smaller number, right? So 10, 1 and 5. Now, this smaller number will be subtracted from the digit on the right. That means 10 plus, we will subtract from this 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is how much? 4. So 10 plus 4, 14. Similarly here, this is 10, 10. This is a 1 and then 10. See, a smaller number has come in between, right? You will subtract it from the number on the right. So 10 minus 1, 9, right? Add this 10 plus 10, 20, and we will subtract this much. 10 minus 1, 9. So we'll get 20 plus 9 is how much? 29. Okay? Do you know an interesting thing about Roman numerals? If we put a bar above any digit, any symbol, then it is multiplied by 1000. For example, this is 5, and if I put a bar, then it becomes 5, and this is multiplied by 1000. 5 into 1000, that means this is 5000. See? Then if I multiply, if I keep this, how much is this? 10 plus 10, 20 plus 10, 30. And if I keep a bar here, so 30, and it gets multiplied by 1000. So it becomes 30,000. See? Interesting or not?